Today and every other day that we had in the campsites has been great for the young and old generation, and it's the passing of the skills from one generation to another. As you can see today, we have from young to old, and the sing-song, the traditional tin crafts, the flower making, the pocket making, and being able to tell the stories, the older ones, to the younger generation of how it was for them when they lived at the side of the road. Looking at people's faces today, they have smiles on their faces, and especially the older ones, it brings back a lot of memories.
This is part of the Creative Ireland, HSE, Healthy Ireland and Arts Council funding. So it's a pilot scheme this year for Traveller Wellbeing through creativity. So we thought the traveller culture is so rich and there's so much to it, so much creativity between the paper flowers, you know, making griddle bread on the fire, the tinsmithing, that there are all these crafts that are being lost. That our idea was to bring people here together in as a traditional setting as we could, reimagining life on the road.
This whole project has been amazing. It's been amazing for me as a worker and a peer researcher, but also as a member of this community. It's such a relaxing atmosphere and environment, and just having people coming together, talking about their memories and, you know, even talking our cant language. Everything coming back to me is why we need more projects like this, why we need to kind of reconnect with our roots, and the best way to do it is coming back to where our families would have been, like in camps at the side of the road. And I think unless that lived experience is so important, and we're bringing other people in and seeing our lived experience and seeing the way we change when we're in this environment is so fundamental to why these camps were important.
Me, it's like taking me back when I was a child. And I think a lot of the older women here, it's the same thing. It brings you back to your childhood. Even when I'm baking bread in the oven, my mother's memories of my mother, 100 memories of my mother, and I see her baking in the oven at the fire. I love it. I love it. I'm at home. When there's days like this and I'm among a wagon and horses and the carts, I'm at home. This is my home. This is me. This is me in my own environment, because I was reared in a tent. I was reared in a tent like that. I'd love for the kids to experience the freedom of this culture. This is the nearest thing that I have seen to a campsite since we left the road, and that's a long time ago.
I go to these meetings, I love going here. You know, travellers get back into, you know, like, they don't understand how hard it was years ago. Like, we living down used to live laneways like this all the time. I started making these years ago. Like, there was in the wagons and four-wheelers and small carts. Mum used to sell the flowers, she'd sell little ornaments. She'd tell fortunes, you know, hawking together. And after they couldn't get money, they'd sell the flowers, swap the flowers for clothes, food, anything at all. You know, to keep alive, keep going. And they used to do good. We never rich, but they done good. And more travellers should get into it, like, and bring back memories. Well, just me anyhow, I love it. The global travel movement got me to make these.
Being here today brings it all back. I can't describe how I felt in the last 5 days. I don't want it to die out. I tell my children, my grandchildren, all about it. But I don't want the traveller culture to go, because it's in my children even. It's in my grandchildren.
My experience would be, it was lovely to see the tents and the wagons, to see what way my grandparents lived. from years ago, because they've passed away now, so they're not here to tell us what way it was. So to see everything was just a lovely experience.
From that place